Malcolm Little was born on the 19th of May 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska, United States. He was the fourth of the 7 children born to African-American parents, Earl and Louise Little. At the age of 6, Malcolm lost his father to a car accident. It was an incident that resulted in a significant breakdown, disturbing his childhood greatly. He and his siblings grew up in the struggle, finding it difficult to feed and attend school without being bothered about fees. Sometime later, Malcolm's mother got acquainted with a man who eventually proposed marriage. She got pregnant, and just a few months to the scheduled wedding date, her soon-to-be husband disappeared, never to be seen again. Malcolm's mom was extremely depressed and heartbroken by this. She soon had a nervous breakdown and was commuted to Kalamazoo State Hospital. Malcolm and his siblings were separated and sent to different foster homes. At the age of 18, he ran away from his foster home and traveled to New York City. When he arrived in New York City, he lived in the streets and sometimes slept in the subway station. He later made acquaintances with some thugs and soon ventured into a life of crime. Malcolm started dealing with drugs and gambling. After some time, burglary was the next big thing for him. Together with his friends, he began breaking into people's homes and vehicles, stealing valuables. In 1946, Malcolm was arrested while trying to pick up a stolen watch he had taken to a repairer. He was charged with larceny and was given a 10-year sentence at Charleston State Prison. While in prison, he had a change of heart after meeting a fellow convict who influenced him positively. This was a new start for him. He stopped smoking and later became a devout Muslim. He eventually joined the Nation of Islam, an organization that stood against racial discrimination. In 1952, Malcolm was released on parole, which gave him an opportunity to participate in the civil rights movement. He began advocating for black supremacy and black empowerment, and this soon made him the face of the Nation of Islam. Malcolm, who was now known as Malcolm X, began to attract charisma from numerous African Americans in the United States. He became a controversial figure and started receiving death threats. However, that didn't stop his participation in the civil rights movement. In 1965, while giving a speech in Manhattan, Malcolm was assassinated. He was shot more than 25 times by 3 anonymous men. Malcolm's death was one of the most shocking incidents in the 1960s. But even after his assassination, his influence on black lives wasn't stopped. To this day, Malcolm's legacy is still very much alive. After his death, he was honored with Malcolm X Day, which is commemorated in so many cities across America. Currently, hundreds of schools and streets in the United States have been renamed in honor of Malcolm. There are times in life when you find yourself in a dead end due to some of your terrible mistakes and bad decisions. In a time like this, you may think it's over, but it's really not. There is still a chance for you to have a new start and grow into a new being. Peter Drucker said, "Rise up and start fresh. See the bright opportunity in each new day." Your life isn't over yet. You can still start again. In the journey of life, the road never comes to an end until you are dead. As long as you're still alive, there is still hope to make up for your bad decisions. You can still remedy your mistakes and become an inspiration to people. Marcus Garvey said, "I close my eyes to old ends and open my heart to new beginnings." It's time to say no to the bad years and embrace a new life. Don't let anyone tell you that your life is doomed. Regardless of your past experiences in life, you can still open your heart to a better and more beautiful life. Paulo Coelho said, "If you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello." Don't be scared to save yourself from the old life. Stop languishing in pain and uneasiness. If you are determined to stop being the old you, life will certainly reward you with a new you. Malcolm Little kept living a pathetic life until he chose to become a new person and a solution to millions of blacks in the United States. Your life isn't over yet. You can have a new start.